As Vice-Chancellor of the University, I declare this congregation open for the conferring of degrees by the authority of the Senate and the Council. I am delighted to welcome you all to this degree congregation. Parents, friends, sponsors and graduands of the University of Leicester. It is a celebration for all those who graduate today. We celebrate your many achievements that culminate in the award of a degree from a major international research and teaching-led university. While you have been with us, the university has developed and changed. We are now a community of 18,500 students and 3,000 staff with a turnover of £167 million. It all demonstrates that universities are complex organisations. They are businesses with higher education at their heart. It is in these circumstances that the higher education sector has become a topic of interest to the media who regularly evaluate our work. In the last year, we have appeared in a range of league tables. In August of last year, we were placed in the top 20 research-intensive universities based on data produced by the University of Cambridge. We were also one of only 17 UK universities to appear in the top 200 universities and the top 500 universities in the world, being placed 179th in the top 200 and at 151st in the top 500. I clearly believe that the latter data are the more reliable. In May, we were placed in 24th position in the Times League table. This is a situation where the university has climbed 5 places, and it is our intention that we should go higher. Indeed, think of it like this: the higher that the university is placed, the greater the perceived value of your degree from the University of Leicester. But you might ask, what contributes to our league table position? First, the development of teaching. This year, Leicester has been awarded 3 Centres of Excellence in Teaching and Learning in a national competition in the fields of genetics education, geography and physics. This makes us one of only 16 universities awarded more than one of these innovative centres. In subject reviews by external groups, we have received 14 consecutive marks of excellent, a situation that was matched by only one other UK university. And finally, national teaching fellowships have been awarded to our staff, last year to Dr. Derek Rain in physics, and this year to Dr. Chris Wilmot in biochemistry. In research, we have been identified as a leader in the field. In the Faculty of Arts, Professor Gordon Campbell has led an Arts Humanities Research Council-funded study of Milton, which is shortly to be published by Oxford University Press and will lead on to a 12-volume edition of Milton's work. In history, Professor Chris Dyer and his colleagues in English local history are engaged in a study of medieval settlements and landscapes in the Whittlewood area, supported by Queen's University Belfast and the University of Exeter in partnership with Buckinghamshire and Northamptonshire County Councils. It is a classic example of collaborative activity. In the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences, the Psychology Department engages in forensic work, often in conjunction with the police force. Indeed, we were delighted that Professor Ray Bull recently received the very rare honour for a civilian of a commendation award from the Metropolitan Police for his assistance in the solution of a very complex case. We have also continued to develop high-quality facilities for staff and students. The Henry Wellcome building that we took delivery of at the beginning of this year is designed for biomedical sciences and provides a £22 million state-of-the-art facility for people in biochemistry and also in a range of other biological disciplines, including members of the Department of Psychology. This investment brings our total committed investment in biological sciences this year to £42 million. The Space Science and Mathematical Modelling Building was also opened during the course of the year and named in honour of our Chancellor, Sir Michael Atiyah. And among new developments are work on the University Library project, an essential part of the research and teaching infrastructure that constitutes a £28 million project for everyone on our campus. And in addition, a new student hall of residence is being constructed in Oadby, whereby 581 additional study bedrooms will become available to students in September 2006. It is all these facilities that are designed to enhance the student experience in Leicester. We also, as a university, contribute to the community locally and regionally, and this comes in many forms. Contact, a student volunteer organisation that is often referred to by the President of the Students' Union as the Vice-Chancellor's favourite society, has witnessed this year over 500 students volunteering with such schemes as Right to Read, Holidays for Disabled Children, and work in adventure playgrounds. For those of you who have been involved in this work, creating new facilities, conducting the work, you have empowered the people for whom it is designed. It changes their lives. They will never forget you and the contribution you have made. Our Arts Week connects with those engaged in dance, drama and music, where many links are made with local schools through the Schools Arts exhibition staged in the university. In addition, our Centre for Disability in the Arts, named after Lord Richard Attenborough, promotes dance, music and the visual arts through classes and public performances by international artists. Only last Friday, we opened our 4th International Sculpture Show in the Botanic Gardens, which again highlights the university's contribution to the arts. This exhibition celebrates the centenary of the Royal British Society of Sculptors. The exhibits are expensive, but I can guarantee that viewing is free, and I do strongly recommend it to those of you who are visiting Leicester for the degree ceremonies. Overall, the university needs to constantly plan and build new facilities and raise funds for them. This year, we have raised over £3 million to commence work on a cardiovascular research institute that will be located on the site of the Glenfield Hospital, and also to commence work on our university library. However, if during the course of the degree congregation you decide to start thumbing through the brochure, please turn to the back page and you will find that you could sponsor a university chair in the new university library. I'm sure this will bring back happy memories, and indeed, if you really want to convince your parents that you've spent all your time in the library, you could persuade them to sponsor a chair so as to commemorate the work you have done here. Clearly, our work as a university never stops, and I'm very pleased it is like that. We are creating plans for new research, new teaching programs, and new community links. This happens in a variety of ways, by developing our contribution to the arts through links we have with established local artists, through new research in the arts faculty and also in the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences alongside all other faculties. New teaching programs and new appointments have been made in film, in the media, and also in a range of other disciplines. And new exhibitions are planned for the Richard Attenborough Centre for the coming year. The list is endless and demonstrates we are a dynamic university. Finally, I would like to congratulate you all on the degrees you have obtained. In particular, it is very pleasing to see people who have not only engaged in full-time study on campus, but also those who have registered for part-time degrees and those who have studied with us by distance learning. And I know that many of the people on the platform this afternoon are especially pleased that among those who will be awarded with a University of Leicester degree as part of the part-time degree is one member of staff who currently works for us in the catering department and one who previously worked there. And I'm sure people on the platform would like to say congratulations to them. We hope that you will all keep in touch with the university, and I shall look forward to meeting you at alumni events. But before I close, I would just like to mention a competition that we've had going throughout the degree ceremonies. Each year we have a competition between the different faculties to see which faculties can applaud loudest and longest. Now, in previous years, the arts faculty have come a very close second to medicine and biological sciences. And I think someone's rigged it this year to have not only the arts faculty in here this afternoon, but also part of the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences. So the arts could be on a real winner with this compelling combination this year. So I would like you to join with me in showing your appreciation to your parents, relatives, friends and sponsors who have supported you through the university. So I would now ask the graduating class of 2005 to join with me in a round of applause for those people. That's very good. Have an enjoyable day, applaud your fellow students, and all good wishes to you in your future careers.
Margaret Nkrumah, as we now know her, was before her marriage Margaret O'Dompton, the name by which she is remembered at this university. She graduated from our English department in 1963. Margaret Nkrumah is a citizen of Ghana, where her father was leader of the political party seeking independence through constitutional means. He is now honoured as one of the founders of Ghana's progressive political party, but the calm respect that now comes with this secure place in history is utterly at odds with the tumultuous times in which he did so much for his country. He prudently sent his daughter to study at Penrose College in North Wales, and during the holidays she boarded out with guardians. She then came to Leicester, where she was a popular figure in the university with an endless succession of adoring young men around her. Ever her father's daughter, she became involved in students' union politics and even stood as president. On returning to Ghana, Margaret met Francis Nkrumah, the eldest son of Kwame Nkrumah, the first Prime Minister and later the President of Ghana. In 1957, Nkrumah had become the first African leader to lead his country to independence, and thereafter he had pursued a Pan-African policy and a vision of a United States of Africa. In 1964, the year in which Nkrumah became president, Margaret O'Dompton married his son Francis. This was not a recipe for a quiet married life, especially as Kwame Nkrumah was destined to be overthrown in a military coup 2 years later. Margaret's husband, who's with us today, is a distinguished pediatrician. He was then a young doctor, and they went off to the United States, where Francis studied for his PhD at the National Institutes of Health, America's national agency for medical research. There, Margaret had 2 children, so the family of 2 returned to Ghana as a family of 4, soon to be 5. Margaret registered for an MPhil at the University of Ghana on creative writing and nationalist sentiment in pre-independent Ghana, and then became a teacher. The coups and counter-coups inaugurated by the overthrow of her father-in-law were to last for 26 years, and Margaret's family faced both difficulty and danger. Their vulnerability and the fact that they had young children meant that it was prudent to leave. The family moved to Zimbabwe, which was to be their home for many years. Eventually, order was restored in Ghana, and the family returned. Margaret became assistant headmistress of the Ghana International School. In 1990, she was appointed as the founding head of the new SOS Hermann Gemeine International College. The SOS Schools movement was founded by an Austrian benefactor to provide schooling for orphans and abandoned children. There are now 378 SOS children's villages and 149 SOS Hermann Gemeine schools, as well as large numbers of kindergartens, youth centres, medical centres, and emergency relief centres. Many of the SOS schools are in Africa, where they rescue and educate large numbers of children from the continent-wide war zone of Central Africa. Margaret Nkrumah's college was founded to provide an academic education for the best products of SOS schools in Africa to enable them to go on to higher education. Some go to Ghanaian universities, some to South Africa, some go to universities in the West that are able to offer full scholarships. Few come to Britain because the number of government scholarships to Britain is still small. But wealthy private American universities are able to offer scholarships, and Margaret has placed pupils in prestigious universities such as Princeton, Stanford, and Vassar. This year marked another triumph for Margaret and her college. An Ethiopian student from an SOS village in rural Ethiopia who had been abandoned by his parents as a child has secured a scholarship to Harvard. It is by any measure an extraordinary achievement. Success in such a field leads not to ease, but rather to an ever-increasing workload. Margaret Nkrumah is in enormous demand in Ghana and internationally. She has served for 5 years on the executive of the International Baccalaureate Board and of the International Schools Association, and she's the Senate member representing Africa for the SOS Foundation. Her advice is widely sought by the SOS movement, not least because her college is the only SOS institution which has made itself self-supporting except for capital projects. It has become a model for other schools, most recently one in Costa Rica. In addition to its rigorous academic focus, the college runs an outstanding program called Creativity Action Service, under which all pupils take part in community service, giving literacy classes and running basic health clinics in surrounding villages and in an urban centre near Accra. Margaret Nkrumah's achievement is recognised throughout Ghana, of which she is an outstanding citizen. In 2000, there was a change of government, and the brutal human rights abuses of the 1980s and the 1990s were suddenly consigned to history. Margaret Nkrumah is close to the new government and to President John Kufuor and to the best known of all Ghanaians, Kofi Annan. She could have had a glittering international career, but chose instead to build and to sustain an outstanding college and to exercise a benign influence on policymakers in Ghana and abroad. This university has produced many people who have achieved great eminence, but it would be hard to think of one who in the international arena has touched and enriched the lives of so many people. It all started here in Leicester, and we are immensely proud of her. Akwaba. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate and the Council, I present to you Margaret Nkrumah that you may confer upon her the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws and welcome you among us. Thank you. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished faculty and guests, fellow graduates, and ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and delighted by my alma mater's decision to confer this prestigious degree on me. My years at Leicester University were some of the happiest days of my life, when heady youth, the challenge of learning, and the awakening of the 60s combined to make those years an unforgettable experience. Looking back now, a veil seems to be drawn over frigid, dark winter mornings, trudging across Victoria Park from College Hall, and all that remains in my memory are sunny afternoons lying in the extensive grass which used to be outside the Percy G building. My years at Leicester, under the tutelage of Professor Arthur Humphreys, Monica Jones, Fraser, Richard Hoggart, Claude Luttrell, and others that I have not time to mention now, fostered and nurtured in me my lifelong love of literature, and I have never lost that sense of joyful discovery that I found in Leicester during those halcyon years of 1960s to 63. I must seem a very long time ago to you, but not so long to me. Since then, in one way or another, education has been at the center of my life. All I have tried to pass on is the legacy that Leicester gave me, and also, in my own small way, to ensure that Africa is not marginalized in the education stakes, whether as mother, teacher, headmistress, or whatever organization I have served on. Because in Africa, basic education is not a right, it is a privilege which millions of children yearn for in vain. But Africa needs even more than basic education. It also needs educational excellence and access to the highest levels of education, such as I and you have been fortunate to get at Leicester. I believe that the teaching profession, at whatever level, is both the most significant and the most rewarding of professions, to inculcate knowledge, social and ethical values, understanding and tolerance of diversity, and a commitment to excellence in all endeavors in succeeding generations. What could be more compelling or necessary to the greater good? I have been most fortunate to wake up each day looking forward to doing what I love to do, especially since I began to work for the SOS charity, which gives family-based care to orphaned, abandoned, or destitute children worldwide. As principal of that college, I have been able to see the difference a good education makes to the lives of disadvantaged children in Africa. And it is my hope that their university experiences match the quality and solid foundation for life that Leicester gave me and you. So, to be given such recognition by you today is much more than I deserve. But I thank you for the honor, and I will strive to be worthy of it. Thank you very much.
graduands in the Faculty of Arts will be presented by the Dean, Professor Shattuck. Will all graduands in the faculty please stand?
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates from the Faculty of Arts to the several degrees for which they are presented.
Graduands of the Faculty of Arts, by the authority of the Senate, I admit you to the several degrees for which you are presented.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Angelica Amoroso. Anastasia Filipputi.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Jemima White Fraser.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Coney Kim.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Claire Watson.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Art Gallery Studies, Jennifer Alexander.
Congratulations.
Danielle Evans.
Congratulations.
Rachel Hope.
Congratulations.
Emma House.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Hudson.
Congratulations.
Dominika Kolozicek.
Congratulations.
Yoshiko Nikshiguri.
Congratulations.
Catherine Terry.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Humanities, Andrew Jackson.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Museum Studies, Helen Bottomley.
Congratulations.
Natalie Kane.
Congratulations.
Maria Chatsiateru.
Congratulations. Well done.
Jennifer Crothall.
Congratulations.
Alexandra Susan Kudos.
Congratulations.
Kaoru Dahashi.
Congratulations.
David Fitzer.
Congratulations.
Catherine Louise Garfitt.
Congratulations.
Cecilia Gibson.
Congratulations.
Alison Hembrow.
Congratulations. Well done.
Matthew Hick.
Congratulations.
Eleanor Hughes.
Congratulations.
Dominic James Ivaldi.
Congratulations.
Raiko Iwata.
Congratulations.
Claire Jones.
Congratulations.
Benjamin Longdon.
Congratulations.
Ruth Millett.
Congratulations.
Inga Yarland.
Congratulations.
Henrietta Mott.
Congratulations.
Calliope Panagiotopoulou.
Congratulations.
Zoe Papiernik.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Raymond Singleton Prize, Susanna Penn.
Congratulations.
Hema Roll.
Congratulations.
Helen Steetham.
Congratulations.
Helen Tulin.
Congratulations.
Alexandra Whitfield.
Congratulations.
Sarah Wilson.
Congratulations.
On the authority of the Dean of the Faculty of Science, for the degree of Master of Science in Museum Studies, Victoria Nicole McGuinness.
Congratulations. Yes, well done.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Victorian Studies, Miriam Chloe Overton.
Congratulations. Well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Combined Studies, Rima Agarwal.
Congratulations.
Katie Ball.
Congratulations.
Sean Ball.
Congratulations.
Julie Bowron.
Congratulations.
Gemma Brown.
Congratulations.
Daniel Charlton.
Congratulations.
Anna Cooper.
Congratulations.
Joseph Dickens.
Congratulations.
Claire Doughty.
Congratulations.
Catherine Edwards.
Congratulations.
Richard Ellett.
Congratulations.
Nisha Gay.
Congratulations.
Lisa Goodman.
Congratulations.
Natalie Green.
Congratulations.
Amy Greenwell.
Congratulations.
Rupinder Kandola.
Congratulations.
Priya Kapoor.
Congratulations.
Imogen Kirby.
Congratulations.
Rakesh Kadadia.
Congratulations.
Colin McLean.
Congratulations.
Sarah Moore.
Congratulations.
Justine Mullen.
Congratulations.
Kulsum Nurmamod.
Congratulations.
Laura Nicolishan.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Pike.
Congratulations.
Lucy Sanderson.
Congratulations.
Alexandra Sheard.
Congratulations.
Dee Shipley.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Willis Memorial Prize and the Arthur Humphreys Memorial Prize, Philip Smith.
Congratulations and well done on your prizes.
Kate Tetlow.
Congratulations.
Kirsty Tiedke.
Congratulations.
Rachel Windsor.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Combined Studies, European Union, winner of the Spanish Embassy Prize, Lucy Hicks.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English, Lowry Anderson.
Congratulations.
James Arkell.
Congratulations.
Sophie Ashley.
Congratulations.
Helen Berry.
Congratulations.
Amy Blackburn.
Congratulations.
Christopher Brentnell.
Congratulations.
Laura Broad.
Congratulations.
Laura Brown.
Congratulations.
Emma Buckley.
Congratulations.
Jenny Burdett.
Congratulations.
James Butler.
Congratulations.
Susanna Callier.
Congratulations.
Claire Carter.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Anna Christie.
Congratulations.
Emma Churchill,
Congratulations.
Gemma Coleman,
Congratulations.
Mark Coughlin,
Congratulations.
Ruby Dalal,
Congratulations.
Ella Daniels,
Congratulations.
Michelle Danso,
Congratulations.
Victoria Duke,
Congratulations.
Melissa Drinkwater,
Congratulations.
Jessica Edgington,
Congratulations.
Amy Elkington,
Congratulations.
Christina Anatiades,
Congratulations.
Hannah Ferguson,
Congratulations.
Leanne Franklin,
Congratulations.
Hannah Freeman,
Congratulations.
Luke Gleedle,
Congratulations.
Ashley Gordon,
Congratulations.
Francis Gordon Weeks,
Congratulations.
Stephanie Greenwood,
Congratulations.
Karen Griffiths,
Congratulations.
Rebecca Griffiths,
Congratulations.
Catherine Guy,
Congratulations.
Daniel Hall,
Congratulations.
Charles Hallam,
Congratulations.
Sarah Hamblin,
Congratulations.
Chris Hamilton,
Congratulations.
James Hamilton,
Congratulations.
Hannah Harries,
Congratulations.
Jack Hartley,
Congratulations.
Amy Hawkins,
Congratulations.
Daniel Henry,
Congratulations.
Bridget Hinchcliffe,
Congratulations.
Emily Honess,
Congratulations.
winner of the Waddington Prize, Elizabeth Howard,
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Catherine Huckfield,
Congratulations.
Keir Hull,
Congratulations.
Anna Hunt,
Congratulations. Well done.
Sarah Ireland,
Congratulations.
winner of the Waddington Prize, Catherine Jones,
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
winner of the Dr. Henry Wallace Prize, Natalie Jones,
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Emma Judge,
Congratulations.
Belinda Kaur,
Congratulations.
Balaji Kakari Ekan,
Congratulations.
Carolyn Kelly,
Congratulations.
Cameron Khan,
Congratulations.
James Kingett,
Congratulations.
Catherine Lamb,
Congratulations.
Rachel Landon,
Congratulations.
Samantha Lloyd,
Congratulations.
Katie Lomas,
Congratulations.
Andrew McLaughlin,
Congratulations.
Jack Mannering,
Congratulations.
Graham Matthews,
Congratulations.
Claire McGowan,
Congratulations.
Isa McKechnie,
Congratulations.
Katie McLaughlin,
Congratulations.
Anna Mitchell,
Congratulations.
Sally Ann Newton,
Congratulations.
Rachel Nicholson,
Congratulations.
Mark Pallett,
Congratulations.
Anne Palmer,
Congratulations.
Sarah Pang,
Congratulations.
winner of the Waddington Prize, Victoria Papworth,
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Lydia Pendino,
Congratulations.
Laura Pocock,
Congratulations.
Daniela Quinlan,
Congratulations.
Ravina Rai,
Congratulations.
Catherine Reed,
Congratulations.
Dean Rapizo,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Katie Rowlett,
Congratulations.
Alexandra Saint,
Congratulations.
Corinne Sanderson,
Congratulations.
Inderjeet Sandhar,
Congratulations.
Charisse Sayers,
Congratulations.
Aman Sharma,
Congratulations.
Lauren Shaw,
Congratulations.
Sabrina Smith,
Congratulations.
Jenna Stamp,
Congratulations.
Ruth Stevely,
Congratulations. Well done.
Nishita Taylor,
Congratulations.
Jennifer Thompson,
Congratulations.
Adam Tocock,
Congratulations.
Sarah Toombs,
Congratulations.
Lucy Upton,
Congratulations.
Michael Urquhart,
Congratulations.
Sophie Vartanian,
Congratulations.
Lydia Wallman,
Congratulations.
winner of the Jean and Arthur Humphreys Prize, Rory Waterman,
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Joseph Watkin,
Congratulations.
Stephen Webb,
Congratulations.
winner of the G.S. Fraser Prize, Jordan Wise,
Congratulations.
Alice Wynne,
Congratulations.
Satya Yadav,
Congratulations.
for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English, European Union, Natalie Cotterill,
Congratulations.
winner of the Dr. Henry Wallace Prize, Julia Ellis,
Congratulations.
Cheryl Hutchins,
Congratulations.
Rachel Sunter,
Congratulations.
Conrad Watts,
Congratulations.
Charles Welford,
Congratulations.
for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in European Studies, Rachel Brown,
Congratulations. Well done.
Amy Clark,
Congratulations.
Karen Dudley,
Congratulations.
Winner of the McWilliam Memorial Prize, Nicola Elliott.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Celia King.
Congratulations.
John Malco.
Congratulations.
Mark Mitchell.
Congratulations.
Gemma Rogers.
Congratulations.
Melissa Tilliard.
Congratulations.
Luke Wainwright.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French, Mark Aldrich.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Douglas Clough.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Ives.
Congratulations.
Mark Liptrot.
Congratulations.
Timothy Lloyd Richards.
Congratulations.
Jessica Roberts.
Congratulations.
Jessica Rogers.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and German, Rebecca Bates.
Congratulations.
Elizabeth Carr.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Swiss Council for the Arts Book Prize, Frances MacDonald.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Kelly Yeomans.
Congratulations. Thank you.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and Italian, Tazib Kara.
Congratulations.
Teresa Sidor.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and Spanish, Claire Ashman.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Bennett.
Congratulations.
Hannah Bennyworth.
Congratulations.
Kate Billington.
Congratulations.
Catherine Gamble.
Congratulations.
Danielle Hudson.
Congratulations.
Monasola Ilori.
Congratulations.
Fiona Judge.
Congratulations.
Julia Lindridge.
Congratulations.
Charlotte Mallion.
Congratulations.
Amanda Mealand.
Congratulations.
Fiona Neal.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Leslie Sykes Prize, Juliet Ower-Egby.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Amy Parkinson.
Congratulations.
Miriam Sims.
Congratulations.
Kerry Thomas.
Congratulations.
Sarah Bentham.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in German and Italian, Nicola Wilson.
Congratulations. Well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in German and Spanish, Kerry O'Connell.
Congratulations.
Gemma Phillips.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, winner of the World Humanities Prize, Mark Bennett.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Rose O'Flynn.
Congratulations, Rosemary. Very well done. Splendid.
Mary Ridgway.
Congratulations. Well done.
Jane Welsh.
Congratulations, Jane. Very well done. Splendid.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in World Humanities, Derek Byron.
Congratulations.
Christine Druce.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Italian and Spanish, Charlotte Barry.
Congratulations.
Gemma Cooper.
Congratulations.
Louisa Gallucci.
Congratulations.
Lee Jackson.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Modern Language Studies, Jane Barraclough.
Congratulations.
Matthew Bates.
Congratulations.
Maria Clark.
Congratulations.
Jordan Mann.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Theodore Storm Prize, Claire Noble.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Wendy Truscott.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Modern Language Studies with a year in Europe, Pierre Bender.
Congratulations.
Winner of the West End Memorial Prize, Hazel Bober.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Thomas Brown.
Congratulations.
Alan Brunton.
Congratulations.
Danielle Dodis.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Swiss Council for the Arts Book Prize, Emily Doyle.
Congratulations and well done on your prize.
Dagmar Edmonds.
Congratulations.
Olivia Fitzgerald.
Congratulations.
Francesca Graziano.
Congratulations.
Rachel Mann.
Congratulations.
Emma Rutherford.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Swiss Council for the Arts Book Prize and of the Le Prix de l'Ambassadeur de France Prize, Sadie Skinner.
Congratulations and well done on your prizes.
Neil Stowarts.
Congratulations.
Victoria Stokes.
Congratulations.
Charlotte Tasker.
Congratulations, well done.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit to the several degrees for which they are presented by my faculty those candidates who are absent.
By the authority of the Senate, I admit those candidates who are absent to the several degrees for which they are presented.
Choral singing, and especially amateur choral singing, is a particular glory of English musical life. Each week, many thousands of people join together in churches and in concert halls to sing great music for the sheer pleasure of it. Those of you who have ever sung in such a choir will be familiar with the huge role played over the past 40 years by John Rutter in shaping these choirs and the music they sing. John Rutter was born in London, the son of a scientist and grandson of an engineer. How could he fail with that background? In his early years, he enjoyed spending his spare time experimenting on the family piano, crafting tunes that pleased him. This early self-training in the production of pleasing melodies is possibly the origin of his penchant for accessible music. His formal musical training began when he went to Highgate School and became a chorister there. Now, the Highgate School Choir was far more than an ordinary school choir, and as a member of it, he recorded Britain's War Requiem under the baton of the composer. The choirmaster also required musical composition at the level and frequency with which other masters expected essays. John Rutter was therefore familiar with composition long before he went up to Clare College, Cambridge, to read music. John Rutter's first published music, including the ever-popular Shepherd's Pipe Carol, appeared in print whilst he was still an undergraduate at Clare. He is still perhaps best known to the general public as a composer of carols, of which he has written around 24 and arranged a similar number. It has been said that a proper Christmas is exemplified by Dickens and Rutter. And it is, I suppose, this conjunction that leads a surprising proportion of the population to assume that he is long dead. As you see, nothing could be further from the truth. The large-scale works of John Rutter are also well established in the choral repertoire. It was the overwhelming success of one of the first of these, Gloria, in 1974, that persuaded him to resign his post as Director of Music at Clare to devote more time to composing, and he is now in the fortunate position of being able to live on his royalties. The powerfully dramatic Gloria for choir, organ and brass is perfectly matched to reverberant church acoustics. Amongst his later works, the Requiem of 1985 is an approachable work, regularly performed to good effect by choirs. This combines Latin texts from the Catholic Mass for the Dead, with English texts from the Book of Common Prayer. His 1990 Magnificat is a festive piece, whose musical energy and rhythm match the joy of the text and are reminiscent of the outdoor celebrations of Spanish feast days. It was given its first performance in the Carnegie Hall. Indeed, the popularity of Rutter's music in the United States is almost as great as it is in this country, and the most recent of his large-scale works, The Mass for Children, was first performed there, again in the Carnegie Hall, in February 2003. The first UK performance was given in Guildford Cathedral in March of that year. John Rutter formed the mixed-voice chamber choir known as the Cambridge Singers in 1981, and he still directs it. This is a professional choir dedicated to recording. In 1984, John Rutter took advantage of the newly developed CD technology and formed his own record company, Collegium, with the aim of bringing choral music to a wider audience. He claims that he just wanted a vehicle for the Cambridge Singers and a way of recording the music I wanted, when I wanted, with the engineers and producers I wanted. That may be so, but the fact that Collegium recordings have achieved massive success and wide acclaim suggests that his wants matched a deeply felt need. Collegium recordings, many featuring the Cambridge Singers, now feature a wealth of traditional and sacred music, as well as most of Rutter's own work. For the past 30 years and more, John Rutter, composer, conductor, choir master, and record label boss, has campaigned for choral music. The results of his efforts are apparent in any record shop, and the singing of his music in the thousands of concerts given by hundreds of choirs over the years. He is one of the heroes of 20th and 21st century British music. Choirs up and down the land would be impoverished without his work, and Christmas would not be the same without his carols. This work has led to the award of Fellowship of the Guild of Church Musicians in 1988, and in 1996, the Archbishop of Canterbury conferred on him the Lambeth degree of Doctor of Music. Today, we are proud to honour him. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate and of the Council, I present John Milford Rutter, that you may confer on him the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Music.
I admit you to the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Music. Many congratulations.
Lovely, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, members of the Senate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Last week I was present at another graduation ceremony where, as a member of the audience, I watched my wife receive her degree as a mature student, her reward after 3 years of effort. Now, I didn't ask her afterwards what were the thoughts that went through her mind as she knelt before the Vice-Chancellor. We have to kneel in Cambridge. And I suspect it probably was something like this: thank goodness I don't ever have to do another exam again as long as I live. I know what was going through my mind that afternoon, and to be honest with you, I was absolutely insane with pride. And so graduates, and you are since a few minutes ago graduates, not graduands, trust me, your families and loved ones who are here today are absolutely insane with pride about you. You've just reaped the reward of your efforts. And in a way, that's what they're doing, because they've probably invested quite a lot of effort in you. So be proud of them too. This is a landmark day. It's a day to remember. A new chapter of your lives is going to start tomorrow. I hope it's an immensely happy one. You know, the nicest part for me is that I'm getting the reward without any of the effort. So may I thank all of you. I feel very honored, very privileged. This is a lovely day. Thank you.
The graduands in the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences will be presented by the Dean, Professor Lauder. Will all graduands in the faculty please stand?
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates from the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences to the several degrees for which they are presented.
Graduates of the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences, by the authority of Senate, I admit you to the several degrees for which you are presented.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Lisa Morrison Coulthard. For the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Heidi Louise Carnell. Anita Sudan. For the degree of Master of Science in Applied Forensic Psychology, Sylvia Ashworth-Lilly. Emma Batt. Sophia Butt. Margaret Curry. Nazia Durrani. Georgina Fernando. Lucille Francis Hume. Carol Gamble. Beverly Hassel. Kwai Wah Lee. Sharon Mount. Rachel Murphy. Michaela Pratt, Lisa Radley, Joy Rahman, Helen Sawyer. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic and Legal Psychology, Julia Marogna. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychology, Nedra Pereira. For the degree of Master of Science in Occupational Psychology, Claire Aspinall. Elizabeth Maxwell. Robert Miller. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychology of Work, Richard Compton. Joseph Gallier. Sandra Kelso. Hui Cheng Tam. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Michelle Ahmed. Joanne Alderton. Jacqueline Anderson. Lucy Baker. Eleanor Barbaro Val. Rosa Belsham Harris. Mariam Ben Rabha. Kirsty Benfield, Elizabeth Bennett, Claude Besenius, Haley Betts, Catherine Betts, Natalie Bishop, Annabelle Boycott, Robert Brindley, Sally Brown, Nicola Buckery, Kelly Bunting, Sean Burnage, Sarah Butterworth, Nicola Corley, Nicola Chapman, Sahira Chowdhury, Avril Clark, Nahama Cohen, Rachel Colwell, Emma Connor, Hannah Cooper, Sean Cox, Jennifer Cramp, Jacqueline Crisp, Natalie Dean, Sean Delaney, Chariclia Despoti, Carly Dodson, Rebecca Doheny Hunt, Angela Dolan, Christine Doran, Kinney Dorham, Kim Drake, Laura Duckworth, Holly Durrance, Rahila Ismail, Miles Ewan, Victoria Fairbank, Anne Fawcett, Fiona Furman, Amy Fisher, Ben Fittle, George Fricker, James Gandon, Sally Gardner, Claire Garrett,
Congratulations.
Jennifer George,
Congratulations. Well done.
Kenneth Glover,
Congratulations.
Bidhia Gohel,
Congratulations. Well done.
Grant Goodall,
Congratulations.
Adam Goodchild,
Congratulations.
Gary Goodley,
Congratulations.
Natasha Gold, Julia
Congratulations.
Hayes,
Congratulations.
Lauren Hesketh,
Congratulations.
Kelly Hobbs,
Congratulations.
Stephen Hoy.
Congratulations. Well done.
The winner of the Peace Cotton Prize, the Slukin Prize, and the British Psychological Society Undergraduate Award, Paul Hoffman.
Congratulations and well done on the prizes. Well done.
Sarah Horn,
Congratulations.
Lisa Howard,
Congratulations.
Laura Hunt,
Congratulations.
Lisa Ingleby,
Well done. Congratulations.
Jane Jackson,
Congratulations.
Robin James,
Congratulations. Well done.
Alex Johnson,
Congratulations. Well done.
Natalie Johnson,
Congratulations.
Rebecca Johnston,
Congratulations.
Richard Kelly,
Congratulations. Well done.
Neil Knights,
Congratulations. Well done.
Anna Kolunti,
Congratulations.
Jean-Paul Lever,
Congratulations. Well done.
Luke Littlejohn,
Congratulations.
Ruth Littlewood,
Congratulations.
Abigail Lucas,
Congratulations. Well done.
Catherine Martin,
Congratulations.
Victoria Martin,
Congratulations.
Seema Mistry,
Congratulations. Well done.
Tim Mitchell,
Congratulations.
Rebecca Newbury,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kay Northfield,
Congratulations. Well done.
Sunita Odedra,
Congratulations.
Ruth O'Neill,
Congratulations.
Melanie Osborne,
Congratulations.
Lydia Pacey,
Congratulations.
Bhavnita Patel,
Congratulations.
Bijal Patel,
Congratulations.
Michaela Patterson,
Congratulations.
Joanna Plant,
Congratulations. Well done.
Emily Pountney,
Congratulations.
Karina Rains,
Congratulations. Well done.
Bhavika Rana,
Congratulations. Well done.
Joanne Saville,
Congratulations.
Anne Schneider,
Congratulations.
Victoria Severs,
Congratulations.
Simon Shepherd,
Well done. Congratulations.
Sarah Simpkin,
Congratulations. Well done.
Stephen Smith,
Congratulations. Well done.
Natasha Saw,
Congratulations. Well done.
Craig Spence,
Congratulations. Well done.
Laura Stark,
Congratulations.
Leah Storer,
Very well done. Congratulations.
Nicholas Sullivan,
Congratulations.
Lisa Surtee,
Well done.
Sheetal Taylor,
Congratulations. Well done.
Natalie Tarrant,
Congratulations.
Corinne Tattersall,
Congratulations. Well done.
Adele Thomas,
Congratulations.
Natasha Thorburn,
Congratulations. Well done.
Anna Tinsley,
Congratulations.
Andrea Tomlinson,
Congratulations.
Claire Victoria Tong,
Congratulations. Well done.
Manpreet Tour,
Congratulations.
Karen Trenberth,
Congratulations, well done.
Rena Vahora.
Congratulations.
Stuart
well done.
Wayne.
Congratulations.
Victoria Warren.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Weaver.
Congratulations, well done.
Catherine Wheat.
Congratulations.
Ruth Wicker.
Congratulations, well done.
Anne Williams.
Congratulations.
Michelle Williams.
Well done, congratulations.
Helen Willington.
Congratulations, well done.
Leonie Wing.
Congratulations, well done.
Henry Wingate.
Congratulations.
Hannah Wolfe.
Congratulations, well done.
Alex Wood.
Congratulations, well done.
Amy Wood.
Congratulations, well done.
Elizabeth Wood.
Congratulations, well done.
Catherine Worth.
Congratulations, well done.
Caroline Wright.
Congratulations, well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Biology, Rachel Alcott.
Congratulations, well done.
Rachel Bromley.
Congratulations, well done.
Amy Burt.
Congratulations.
Megan Coburn.
Congratulations, well done.
Pasasarathi Ghosh.
Congratulations.
Shannon Idris.
Congratulations, well done.
Kamaldeep Kalwan.
Congratulations, well done.
Katrina Mack.
Congratulations, well done.
Simon Madison.
Congratulations.
Fiona McInally.
Congratulations, well done.
Alex Miller.
Congratulations, well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Neuroscience, Claire Bassett.
Congratulations, well done.
Kimberly Bates.
Congratulations, well done.
Sam Bennett.
Congratulations, well done.
Hannah Bridges.
Congratulations.
Weena Chopra.
Congratulations, well done.
Zahira Dagia.
Congratulations, well done.
Owen Ellis.
Congratulations.
Sarah Goldsmith.
Congratulations, well done.
Claire Hollingsworth.
Congratulations, well done.
Helen Kerr.
Congratulations, well done.
Bethany Long.
Congratulations, well done.
Helen Mortimer.
Congratulations.
Claire Newton.
Congratulations, well done.
Holly Nex.
Congratulations, well done.
Haley Nixon.
Congratulations, well done.
Varinda Panasar.
Congratulations, well done.
Claire Scales.
Congratulations, well done.
Marianne Thrall.
Congratulations, well done.
Iram Walji.
Congratulations, well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Sociology, Samia Ahsan.
Congratulations, well done.
David Allen.
Congratulations.
Carly Appleton.
Congratulations, well done.
Nazneen Arif.
Congratulations, well done.
Jasvinder Chauhan.
Congratulations, well done.
Catherine Deeprose.
Congratulations, well done.
Jennifer Gardner.
Congratulations, well done.
Emma Greenwood.
Congratulations, well done.
Grant Hales.
Congratulations,
Rachel Key.
Congratulations, well done.
Anthony Leonakis.
Congratulations, well done.
Thomas McQuaid.
Congratulations.
Lindsay Morton.
Congratulations, well done.
Kate Norton.
Congratulations, well done.
Constance Odeyemi.
Congratulations, well done.
Karen Reyes.
Congratulations, very well done.
Charlotte Robinson.
Congratulations, well done.
Zara Seeger,
Congratulations, well done.
Hannah Whitmore,
Congratulations, well done.
Andrea Williams,
Congratulations, well done.
Nicola Williams.
Congratulations, very well done.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit to the several degrees for which they are presented by my faculty those candidates who are absent.
By the authority of the Senate, I admit those candidates who are absent to the several degrees for which they are presented. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, as Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I'm privileged and very pleased to have this opportunity to add my congratulations and those of my colleagues to all of today's graduates. First, I would like to thank our honorary graduates, Margaret Nkrumah and John Rutter. We honour them, as you have heard, for their sustained and distinguished contributions to education and to music, respectively. They honour us in return as a university by accepting our invitation to join our community and by being here today to add lustre to our ceremony. But today is really a day of celebration for the graduates at bachelor's, master's and doctoral levels who have earned their degrees through examination and through theses. Mixed with the sweet feeling of relief that it's all over, should now be a real sense of achievement. The achievement is yours, but your teachers, tutors, mentors share in the thrill of that achievement. We are delighted for you and with you. Final examinations in the UK system represent an unusual and demanding test. Writing 3 or more essays on 3 or more different topics in 3 hours is a test of staying power and writing speed, as well as of knowledge and insight. You will now, I'm sure, be enjoying the pleasure of not having finals looming over you and knowing that you won't have to do them again. I should warn you, though, from my personal experience, there is a recurring nightmare involving being drastically underprepared for phantom finals produced at the last minute by demonic examiners. The degree ceremony, with its ritual that has lasted for centuries, represents, we're told, the passing on of knowledge to the next generation. I'd like to think that what we're really passing on is an approach to acquiring knowledge, analysing it appropriately, and utilising it effectively. During my working life, I've been lucky enough to have met and worked closely with many successful people in science, in business, and even in the law. Knights of the Realm, Nobel laureates, captains of industry, even vice-chancellors. They strikingly have in common two things, in my observation: a real enjoyment of what they do and a remarkable capacity for hard work. A little luck also helps, but be mindful of Louis Pasteur's dictum that fortune favors the prepared mind. In a different sphere and era, the great South African golfer Gary Player put it very succinctly when he said, "The more I practice, the luckier I seem to get." Both inside and outside universities, the world of 2005 is a challenging and exciting place. Knowledge is generated faster and is more accessible than ever before. You are well equipped to take advantage of these changes. The arts and humanities enrich all our lives. Science and technology can solve many of our logistical and economic problems. We cannot all contribute directly to curing AIDS, solving global warming, or eliminating third world debt. But we can all make a small contribution to improving the lives of people around us by taking a positive, constructive, and thoughtful attitude to our roles, whatever they be. There are, of course, enormous challenges that your generation will have to face and to solve. I'm confident that collectively you will be equal to the task. I wish you well in whatever your subsequent careers. Thank you.
Well, this brings us to the end of the proceedings this afternoon, and I must say, I think you've been absolutely terrific in terms of your applause. So I'm sure just for one more occasion, so that we remember how good you are, on one more occasion, a round of applause from the graduating class of 2005. I now declare this congregation closed.